Brad, was there a memo that came to you about jumping on the guy's back?
Yeah, it was in an email from the league. So it basically said that if you do, what Redick did against the Clippers, and then what the Wizards did against us, where they jumped on Amir's back and kind of wrapped around, then it would be a flagrant foul. And so at least that's what I think I read. I mean, I get a lot of emails, and sometimes I read them, sometimes I don't. But I'm glad I read that one. So that was initially actually why I put Smart in the game, was so that whoever went in, I could tell, hey, listen, if you go after the ball, you have to do it in a way that is a basketball play. Otherwise, it's a flagrant foul. And so we wanted him to go after the ball, and he made a real push to get into the ball, and he and Jay kept it alive.
What do you think? When did this whole look into how they're going to
I just actually joined the rules committee last year. Or I've only been in one meeting. We had one in September. So I'm interested to see where that discussion goes in that. I think aesthetically for the game, I think it would be beneficial to have somewhat like a college call where you can call an intentional foul and it penalizes you more than just the shots. I think that would probably be a good thing. But I'm not sure how you legislate it, and how you know what's intentional and what's not. Those are always the tough calls. So it'll be interesting to get in that room and listen to the discussion.
Speaking as a coach, that's a valuable tool.
I mean, it's a valuable tool, but I also understand that this is a game of flow, and as long as it's something that you can use or you can do, then you want to use it to your advantage. But I think that there is a lot of uncertainty in using it.
Is Jay going to play today?
From everything I've been told, yes.
Evan said he missed the free throw on purpose.
Really?
Yeah.
That wasn't my suggestion.
He said the way it turned out, all you guys look like geniuses.
Is that right?
Yeah, like the way.
I didn't think that either. I just thought they made a heck of a shot. I don't know. Maybe he did. Maybe he came up with that plan on his own. So it's a good plan. It worked.
Have you ever been in a situation where the replay could have hurt you? You didn't have a timeout, but the replay was called and allowed you to draw up a play. Have you ever thought about maybe not asking for the replay in a situation so the team couldn't draw a play? Timeout?
That's a great question. I don't know that I've ever, because they're going to go to the replay anyways. I don't know that you can really ask for it. I guess if you're not going to get the ball, maybe you can, but I would guess that they're going to look at it anyways in that moment in any questionable situation. And so I think it's one of those things, like it's just kind of the nature of the game and one of the quirks of the game that you can use that time appropriately. I mean, we've got other actions that we could have called that may or may not have gotten us a look, but it was beneficial to be able to draw something up, although again, when our first look was to throw it over the ear to Evan, as Detroit did to us the night before against Jackson. And LeBron shut that off when he switched on to him, so we were down to options 2 and 3 right away.
That late screen for Bradley was also secondary.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to do it over again just from the way that it was defended, I would have had Isaiah just curl it and then just pin in for Avery instead of Isaiah even getting it. But Isaiah made a great play. Once he caught it, it looked like he had an opening for a split second, but when he drew 2, you knew that Avery had a chance to be open coming off that second screen. And Sully set a good screen on both.
Brad, what do you think of the year Rondo's having in Sacramento?
What's that?
What do you think of the year Rondo's having?
Yeah, he's playing really well. I mean, was he leading the league in assists? Multiple triple doubles. He's really pushing the tempo. They're 4th in transition in the league. He's having a great year.
What changed the most about you guys from Rondo to Isaiah?
Well, there was 2 months in between that too. I don't know. I think because Rondo was starting here, and we had a lot of guys that were still kind of finding their way. We didn't have Jay at the time, right? And Rondo was unhealthy most of that time. So we had a totally different lineup. So I don't know that it's changed a ton, other than when Isaiah first got here, because we didn't have any practice time. We were playing him off the bench and playing him basically in spread pick and rolls with a couple of calls, and that was it. Now I think our system's a little bit more. It's obviously you always change and tweak for your personnel, but it's probably more like the start of last year, but with more additions because we've had more time. Each of them are much different in how they play. Both of them are very good players.
What do you think makes the combination of him and Cousins so effective?
Talent. I mean, just ridiculously talented. Rondo's an excellent pick and roll player. He's an excellent pick and roll passer. Cousins' ability to not only roll and finish, but also to play in the seams at 15 feet or even pop to the three. He's 4 for 4 the other night from three. Gives you all kinds of advantages there. I mean, you're probably getting, I haven't done the math on it, but I'm guessing he's getting 3 or 4 assists just off the high screen with Cousins a game. And that's a hard combination to defend. Made harder when you've got guys like Bellinelli and Caspi who are shooting it at such a high level. McLemore, Gay's ability to score, standing around him.
Brett, there's been a big shift since the season started, and when you get offensive rebounds to kick it out, point of emphasis or just the guys getting used to playing with each other?
You mean shift from us or shift
From
everywhere?
I think more you guys from the start of the season, where guys were probably forced up a shot to offensive rebound. Amir Johnson, Solinger the other night, Jay Crowder. It just looks like they're finding three-point shooters.
I think it's something that we've talked about at times. It's not like we've talked about it every single day. It's not like something that we make a must or whatever. I've always thought that if you get an offensive rebound and you have an angle, finish it. If you don't, spray it out, because that's a great time to get an open look. We played against. I remember when we were playing against Duke in 2010. That was their deal. Like they would do that on most every offensive rebound, and I think that it's something where you play against bigger, longer guys. And I think the example was the Philly game that we went into. Philly had blocked 14 shots against us here, and we just said if you get an offensive rebound, like, it's a good chance all 5 guys are down there, and it's a good chance that they're going to jump up and block your shot. So being able to converge like that, you're not going to get a better look than an inside-out 3 there.